Hi again, Mark here from Talkingbass.net. I've been away for a few weeks with the flu, but I'm back with a quick exercise that will definitely work those fretting hands if you can get through the whole thing. So get ready for a real finger buster. So at the heart of this exercise we have the following lick. Okay, so we're in the key of C major here, and we're using this big stretch position here of whole step, okay? So we're starting at the C there, 10th fret of the D string, and then we're just working up through 4 notes of the major scale. So we're in C major, so that's C, D, E, and then F, okay? So 10th fret, 12th fret, 14th fret D string, and then the 10th fret on the G string. Then we come back down through those notes, so E, D, C, so 14th, 12th, and 10th frets again on the D string. Okay, and then we jump up to the 6th degree of the major scale, which is the A there at the 14th fret of the G string, and we just come back down through those notes again. So A, G, F, E, D, and back down to C, okay? So, okay, and it's in 3/4, so we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? For the fingering on the fretting hand, we're just using the first finger, second finger, and fourth finger, so index, middle, and pinky. So that's what gives us this large whole step kind of pattern there. So first, second, fourth, first, fourth, second, you know, round like that. You can see I'm just using those 3 fingers. Okay, so the next step is to play that 3 times, and then we just hold on a C for a full bar of 3 beats. So that would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and that's all of it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Now, before we move that lick around, let's just have a look at a little bit of the technique in there. So one thing you really want to try and do here is try and keep the fingers curled. That'll stop you from having that big flappy hand kind of technique. So, you know, as you're playing, make sure to, you know, curl those fingers over. Keep the thumb in the back of the neck. Also, for the finger picking, I'm playing with strict alternating picking. So I'm starting on the first finger there, the index finger, and I'm just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way. Also, when you're, in terms of the positioning of this hand, for the second finger there, you want that to be parallel to the frets, okay? So you can see there's the frets, there's the finger, and you just keep that parallel, and then the other 2 fingers will probably kind of span out a little bit, so they're the ones that you're using for the stretch. So keep that second finger there as a kind of guide, okay? Okay? So you want to start this really slow and then build up the speed. So, you know, when you take it slowly, concentrating and focusing on your technique, and then just gradually build up speed. Now, you know, to begin with, you could just play that round and round. You don't have to hold on the bar. That comes in later when we start moving around. So to begin with, maybe just try playing that lick just round and round until you can build up some speed there. Next, just as with every other exercise that I've shown on this channel, we're going to work through the cycle of fourths, and that means we're going to get to work through every chromatic iteration. Now, if you don't know the cycle of fourths, I've got plenty of lessons devoted to it, so I'll just link to some of those in the info below. But basically, all the cycle of fourths is just a stream of notes a fourth apart. So we start on the C, and then we work up a fourth, which gives us an F, and then we work up another fourth, which gives us a B flat, and so on. So that gives us the sequence of notes: C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and then rather than moving to the C flat, we actually enharmonically look at that as B to bring us all the way around. So then we have B, E, A, D, G, and then we're back to C. So C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and back to C. Now, it's important to know that cycle of fourths by note, so you know, if you have any problems memorizing it, just think, start on a C, you know, just a regular old C, and then work up a fourth. Now, think of F, so, you know, upper fourth. Fourth begins with F, so you've got C to F, and then just think of the word bead, B-E-A-D, with a G on the end, so bead G, okay? First time we're going to do that with flats, and then the second time natural notes. So that's B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, then B, E, A, D, G, and we're back to C, and that's it. So now let's work through the cycle with our lick. So we've just played it in C. 2, 3, and then we move to F. Now we have a choice of 2 Fs. We're always going to stick with starting on the D string, so that's going to give us a lot of practice in learning the notes on the D string. But we have the F down here, 3rd fret, or we have the F up here at the 15th fret. Now, you can go for either one, but I would recommend, as much as you can, going for the lowest note, because it's really going to help with the with working around any issues you have with your stretch. Now, as you'll see in a minute, I'm not going to be getting you to stretch all of this. We're going to look at a way around that. But it's, you know, it's handy to work down here. Now, if it's giving you too much problems, especially when you start building up speed, you can always try up here at this F. Okay, which would be very similar to just playing it at C. So, let's try down at this F. Now, obviously, I've got fairly big hands and I've got a pretty good stretch, so you know, you would think, I can just about get it, okay? But it's uncomfortable. I don't want to get it. You know, it's just going to be hard on the hands, and especially when you're building up speed, it could get sloppy. So, a way around this is to actually think of the hand as being in this position, where the 2nd finger is there over the 5th fret, then the 4th finger is there over the 7th fret. So the 1st finger is hanging around over that 4th fret there. And then you just stab down for the F and then back up, okay? So F, then G, and you can see here how I've moved the 1st finger. When I shift up to the G there, at the 5th fret, that finger leaves the 3rd fret. So I'm not holding down and, you know, stretching for all, you know, with all my might. I play the F, then I let it go. Then again, I stab at the B flat, and then I'm back into position, okay? So we're kind of moving the, it's kind of like position shifting, but just within one line. And you can facilitate this, or help facilitate this, with the movement of the thumb in the back of the neck. So we're going to be pivoting there. So you can see there, I'm kind of pivoting the thumb, and that can help with how we move around, okay? So let's try that really slowly. So we start on the F. And just try building up speed up on it. Whoops. As I said, it can get a little bit sloppy as you start to build up speed if your stretch isn't up to it, or you know, your position shifting's not up to it. It's not easy to play fast with those kind of lines down there, but again, this is really good practice for that, okay? So, we've played on F, then we shift up to B flat, so we need a B flat, and again, this is great for learning the notes on that D string. These are some of the frets that you really don't get that much practice with normally. So we get up to the B flat there at the, what's that, the 8th fret. So, and we play the lick again. Okay, then we can hold again. And as I said before, you know, when you're practicing it to begin with, you can just go round and round on the lick. But when you're playing each of these in turn, C, F, B flat, E flat, you really want that bar in there just to recompose. You know, just recompose yourself and get ready for the next one. Also, while you're holding on there, you can look for the next note. So we're on the B flat, the next one's going to be E flat. So while I'm holding that there, you know, relaxing the hand, I can be looking for the E flat, which is down here, 1st fret. So this is going to be an even bigger stretch. So, okay, you can see there how that's just, you know, not very nice. But again, it really gets you used to moving around at high speed, okay? 2, 3. Then we're to the next one, A flat. So we move up here, 6th fret of the D string. Then we're on to the D flat, 11th fret. Then to G flat, 4th fret. Then we're up to the B. E, again we've got the big stretch. Up to the A. Up to the D. Then the G. And finally we're back to the C. And that's the whole exercise. So this is great practice at negotiating wide stretch lines at high speed. The key is obviously not to stretch. You're only going to injure yourself that way. So the key is to actually pivoting with that thumb and using position shifts. You know, they're not very big position shifts. We're not moving all the way up the neck. It's just a position shift in terms of, a single fret. So if we're down here on this E flat, it's just getting used to that. And also, remember to try and go for full held note duration as much as possible. So when you're playing through, let's say this line down here on the E flat, think full note duration. You don't want it staccato. You don't want this. Try to wait till the final moment, or wait till the beat, or whichever subdivision you're on. Ba 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 ba, as opposed to ba 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 ba. Okay, that's why you need to take it really slow. So once you have the exercise down, you can start to build up speed on it. And remember, if you're finding the exercise a problem with those low lines, then maybe try some of them the octave higher. So if you were to try maybe a little quicker, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, and so on. So that exercise should be great for your fretting hand dexterity. Don't rush it, and if you get any pain at all, just stop and take a break. A little muscular fatigue and maybe even a little cramp is okay, just rest the hand for a few minutes. But if you get any sharp pains, then stop and, reevaluate your technique. You should be as relaxed as possible. If you're not relaxed, if you're super tense, then purposefully relax the hand and look to shift the hand more. Don't stretch. Okay, as always, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and like this vid if it's been helpful. Also, for the tab and lesson material, get on over to talkingbass.net by clicking in the info below. You'll find all the material for this lesson, all the tab and everything, and that's all below the video. And then if you check out the lesson map, you'll find hundreds more free lessons on every topic imaginable. Okay, I'll see you next week.